Hi and welcome to another session of advanced readings. This is a technique that we use in spiritualism a lot, and it also inspired me when I had the oracle readings through the Nadi oracles, where messages were given to me thousands of years in advance. Mind-boggling stuff. And also, of course, it's used in when you're using clairvoyance by email reading and sometimes by telephone. You know things before the person calls you. So I'm inspired by this technique and I hope it helps you. There could be a message here for you today. So you'll see me working in blue light for this, because this is how the medium can get close to spirit. We often use a red or blue light in my circle, particularly if you're doing physical or trance work. Anyway, hope you enjoy these sessions. Okay, my first message today is for somebody who's celebrating their birthday. Actually, there's a birthday feel around this first link, and I want to say that they bought something like a new coat. You've bought a new coat because I feel like something, clothing of some sort, because I feel I want to be warm with this. So you've bought this coat, it's your birthday, and the person that's communicating to me is a male communicator. I feel here I'm getting the initial A. I want to go, I think, to Alan as the name of the person wanting to communicate with spirit, from spirit, and he's giving me this feeling that his birthday would have been around about the same time as yours. So you share very close birthday dates. I don't think it's bang on the same day, but it's very close, a few days between. And this Alan character, because I have to say character, because I feel with him he's got a very good sense of fun, a sense of fun with him. And the man that he throws dice for some reason, so I think he's trying to tell me that he used to take a few chances in life. You know, he used to take risks with his career and with what he did. And there's a feeling with him also that there's, as a young man, I feel someone that would have travelled a lot and had quite a good sense of fun, you know, and he'd seen the world. I think he'd have been on the boats, because I'm getting boats now with this. He would have worked, I feel, on the boats and the ships, you know. And he's saying the person that's getting this message also gets tinnitus a lot. He's saying you get your problems with your ears, because I'm hearing tinnitus for you. So he's given me this feeling of wanting to say happy birthday. His evidence is about his birthday. He also tells me that was something to do with his shoes. I don't know if there's a pair of shoes that you still have of his, because there's feeling that there's a pair of shoes still sculling around of his. These are just the little bits he's given me for evidence here. And he's saying, the message I feel is he wants to say that you kind of felt a bit sad this birthday, because it's like another year. You know, you're worrying about how many years you've got left here in life, in a way. You know, you're counting the days, you know. Not that you're ill or anything, but I just get that feeling that I'm sort of thinking about the shortness of human life. And his message really is to say to you that life is eternal, and that life goes on beyond the grave. And that's why I feel he wants to be one to help give this message to you and to other people that may be hearing this today, to say there's nothing to fear in death. That's what he says. In fact, I feel he may have said those very words, or something very similar to them, on his deathbed. So maybe that message was for you, and if it was, please do leave a comment in the comments below on YouTube, so that other people can recognize that this is real. I mean, if you look back at some of the older videos, you'll see that some of the most strange and obscure messages have been taken to the letter, and there's been some interesting stories that have developed once a person has made the comment. So leave a comment, and even if the message isn't for you, it's still a good idea to leave a comment, because this helps spirit to connect with us and maybe get you a message next time. My message now is for somebody I feel who has just come back from holiday, or vacation as you call it in America. And I feel this, I want to say vacation, because I feel this message is for somebody who is in America at the moment. They're either there on vacation or they're in America and have just had a vacation. That's this feeling I get with it. No, I think the person is American we got to talk to here. I'm hearing a lady in the spirit who gives me the name Mary Lou, I want to say. I want to say Mary Lou. And that's how she would have been known, Mary Lou. I'm not sure if that's her actual birth name, but that she calls herself that name. So there's a sort of slight confusion here with her name, because I think the name she's trying to tell us is her kind of like a nickname. So I feel she would have been called Mary Lou, but she would have also had another name that she would have been her official name. And this lady I feel is an older lady. I feel she went to spirit. She gives me, I think I've got a heart problem, but I feel I also had with it a lung condition that was separate from the heart as well. So we might have had a lung condition, but she passed eventually from the heart, just as she thought she was getting better, she says to me. And she's a lady, she gives me a very bright smile, because I feel with this lady, she had very good teeth right to the end, even though she's showing herself as an older lady, but I feel she always kept her own teeth, she says, and her teeth were always in good condition, and would say to the recipient of this message, you do the same, you always look after your teeth for some reason. I'm just seeing the teeth there. She loved children's stories, and she's talking about, I don't know if it was her or someone associated with the recipient of this message, has been writing or has the writing of a children's story, because there's a children's story I want to talk about here. And I think it's the person that would, who's living this is, it's not her that wrote it, she says the person living wrote the children's story, and she's saying keep at it, keep doing it, because it's fun and it could lead somewhere, who knows. And she's talking about she's talking to me about the importance of children, and she says there was a young child that went to spirit too, who she wants to talk about, and I feel that was comparatively recently. It wasn't that somebody lost a child recently, and she just wants to reach out to that person to say, because it's not the person that's receiving the message has just come back from vacation, but there's someone close to you, I feel, that is grieving over a lost child, and she wants to say, we have the child in spirit, and again, it's like there's nothing to fear, because they're safe. They're safe. They're crossed over. They're safe. So that's my message from her. Okay, the message I've got is I'm talking here. I haven't got my communicator yet, but the message is for somebody that knows something about twins that sang in a choir. The two twins sang together in a choir. I think these are two girls I'm being told about here, but there were two twins that sang in a choir together. I think it's a church choir too, because I feel like I'm in a big building here. And I want to say the twins sang at my funeral is what I want to say the message evidence is here. The spirit communicator is saying the twins sang at my funeral. And I want to say, I'm getting a strange feeling, because I get the sense that there were two deaths also at the same time. It's all this double feel I get with here. If I've got the two twins and I've got two people that passed over very close to each other, it would be a husband and wife, I feel. And I think the twins are singing it, maybe they're singing at both funerals or something like that, or they're doing it doubles, because the gentleman is joking about it. We could have, he said, because he's humorous, he said we could have killed two birds with one stone, as it were. He said we could have had two funerals at the same time. A very, very funny man, very, very humorous man here I've got in the spirit. I can't get the name. I can't get the name with it, but I've got to describe these two to you. And the lady too, they passed close together, but there was the twins that sang at the funeral is the connection that would be very specific to the person that will pick this message up. And please write it down in the comments if it's for you. And I'm also hearing journeys again with this person too, because I'm getting something about knowing people in Hong Kong. I'm getting something because I know we've had the riots in Hong Kong over the months, but I'm getting your thoughts go out to the people you know in Hong Kong, and there's a great celebration coming up, I want to say, because they're showing me a wedding. And actually, the more I talk about this, I get a sort of lots of Chinese connections with this too. So I don't know if somebody is going to a wedding that might have a Chinese flavour to it, okay? But they're saying to me, because the gentleman doesn't feel like he's Chinese, he feels Western to me. But he must have had a lot of time and interest in the Far East. I think that's what he's saying to me. And his wife's there with him, I want to say, and nothing to fear for them, because he's talking to me about that they're safe and well. And they were both sorely missed, because two at the same time, to lose two people so close together was very hard, he says, for everyone. And just talking about your life, you've had something built in the garden or yard, because I've got, as if I put paving down just in the last month or so. It's been very close. I've had all paving put down outside, and something about you went to a cocktail party. Something funny happened. Something about the cocktail party. Okay, so I do have cocktail parties nowadays, but I'm seeing cocktails in particular, and there's something about that the recipient of this message would understand. Okay, and just want to say everything's going to go all right for you now financially. They're predicting that things are going to sort out there for you, not to worry. The money is going to come in now after a long period of difficulty. So I hope that helped, because it's lovely doing this and giving messages to people out there, and I know some of you get very excited by the messages that you get, so thank you for your feedback. And if you do enjoy watching all this, why not come and get a reading at my website, because I've got a team of readers, you know, that are on there 24/7, and there's lots of special deals there at the moment. For example, in the UK, if you're a new customer, you can use our welcome offer and get 29p a minute for the first 10 minutes, so you can try a reading for very little. Same with the USA, we've got 59 cents per minute for the first 10 minutes on the welcome offer. So thanks for watching my channel, and do come back and follow us. Click that little bell thingy at the bottom of the page there. We do loads of things here, as well as all these readings. We've got my family involved, we've got all sorts of investigations, we've got my mystic talks, so we're inspired, we got lots of readings, you'll see our stuff with the media and all sorts of things. So keep watching, and keep watching now, because coming up will be the playlist of more videos like this one today, so there could be another message there for you today.